Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Convention Storytime. A couple of weeks ago, maybe, I posted a Convention Storytime with Royal Lily, and now we're back with another one. And I'm just full, transparency. Like, these are just recorded back to back. So I don't know if it was a couple of weeks ago or not, but at some point I posted another one. So welcome back to the show again. What's
Well,
up?
hello. Again.
Okay, she has another story for us today. And before she tells a story, because I didn't say it at the beginning last time, her channel will be in the description. If you scroll down, definitely jump over there and check it out. Listen to this story time first, but then go subscribe, check her channel out, all that fun stuff. So, what do you got for us today?
Well, this is kind of a story just all about, alcohol, that great substance that we all love.
Ah, my
But
my the last person I did one of these with, their story was all about alcohol. Very fun.
I just for like a thing for anybody that doesn't follow me or doesn't know, I am of age, but I don't drink. I'm not a drinker. I really don't like alcohol. I basically have like one drink a year at like minimum. That's about it.
Yeah, I also don't drink. I've never actually had alcohol in my life, honestly.
I waited till I was 21 to have like my first drink, and it was actually at like YomaCon when I did.
Oh yeah.
It just sucked because like I was also trying to chase it with water, and I didn't have anything to eat earlier, so I did get a little tipsy, but it wasn't bad. So, but this happened at YomaCon. I do not remember which year because I go there every year, so they all kind of blend together sometimes. But this was a year that I think it was like one of the first years that I rented the hotel room myself, and I didn't have like either a parent or somebody else in charge of the room. It was actually on my card, and I invited some friends to come with me, and particular one friend, which I won't mention the name at all either, but I invited her to come with us because she had never really exactly been to YomaCon or any bigger con before. And she's a year younger than me, maybe a little bit more than that, but on like the grading scale, because we went to high school together,
All right.
she was a year younger than me. And we have a friend who's a bit like older than us. I honestly don't even remember how old he is because we don't really talk anymore. But he had a thing where every year he would have a hotel room party, and he prepped like months in advance. He'd make those really complicated like nerd drinks where
Mm.
like each bottle is a different color, and he'd separate all of them, and he took his like parties seriously. And he would dress up as someone who was like associated with bartending. So he would like throw these parties, and he made sure that nobody who was like, at least he said so, that nobody underage would be drinking, so he couldn't get in trouble. And like
Right.
when you would go in, would have somebody at the door, and if you wanted to donate money, it was going to go to a charity. And then like if you were underage, I think you got like an X on your hand or something like that, kind of like how the clubs do that.
Hmm.
So, but like I said, my friend had never really been to a con, but her main like objective was just to kind of like have fun.
Right.
So she was really excited about going to our friend's party because he was like, "Oh, I know you, regardless of your age," because we were still underage at the time.
Hmm.
"You can drink, it'll be fine. I'll watch you." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay, you're gonna watch her while you're bartending, staying in the
Right.
exact same spot for like 4 hours." And literally like a week, maybe even just like a week and a half before the con, my friend's like, "Okay, I need a costume." And I'm like, I told you like 2 months, 3 months, 4 months in advance. You want me to make you something, I'll make it. But then a week before, she wants me to make her something. So I'm like, okay, great. So
Cosplay.
yeah. So she had like two costumes done. One she had was already finished, and then another one she's like, "Okay, I really want to be this person from Inuyasha." I was like, "Okay, sure. I'll try to make it." It might have been a little bit, it was probably at least 2 weeks before the con because I remember ordering the wig and it getting here like on time. But basically, we had to go and buy all this fur and all this different stuff. I had to trim the wig, and I had all this work to do. And when we before the con, like a few days before, she's like, "Oh shoot, I don't have shoes for this costume." But she doesn't wear shoes. And I'm like, "Okay, well, you can go get flip-flops." And she's like, "No, I need to be accurate. I need to be screen accurate." And I'm like, "Honey, we're going to downtown Detroit. Like, it's basically winter in Michigan during this time, and you want to walk around barefoot from and to the Rensen and the Kobo, outside, elevators, people movers. She wants to walk that barefoot." And she did.
No. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she took medical tape and put it around her feet to look like the way that they kind of like wrap their feet. Because it was a demon, so it was like they didn't wear shoes.
Right.
But basically the day of the party comes, and he was going to have a party both nights, but Friday, I think it was both nights, but Friday was like the big night. So I just remember me and my boyfriend, we went to the hotel room, we were tired, so we were like watching TV and stuff, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm going to go to the party, we're going to go to the party." And I'm like, "Okay, I'll come with you. Like, it's been going on for over an hour now. I'll go with you." And we went in, and I kind of lost her like almost immediately, and I didn't really know where she went, but I went in for like a few minutes, said hi to my friend, and was like, "Yeah, I really don't feel like drinking." And we just kind of left. We left, and it was like hours later. I was in the room, and my friend basically, I think she like knocked on the door or like was having trouble opening it. So I came over and let her in, and she was like, "Yeah, the party's fun." And I don't really remember what happened after that. I know that she left, and then she came back again.
Okay.
And when she came back again, she pretty much like stumbled into the room and like fell right onto the corner chair. And I was like, "Are you okay?" And she was like, "I don't know. I think somebody put something in my drink." I was like, "That's really not good." She's like, "Yeah, I felt okay, but I suddenly just didn't feel okay after I had something." I was like, "Okay, that's really not good. Like, I don't know what to do right now. I've never like had this problem before."
I
like,
would freak out. I don't know what
yeah,
I would do.
I didn't know what to do. And to be honest, like, she hadn't really eaten a whole lot that day or had much water either. So whether anything was put in her drink or she was just starting to feel really, really like tipsy or something on top of just exhaustion could have been a thing, but we never really found out at all. She ended up leaving again, and then she came back. I want to say it was like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, "Oh my God, like, you need to go to bed. Like, you need to go to bed." And she's like, I know, I need to go to bed. I just need to get out of this costume." Because her being, I want to be screen accurate, didn't want to take the costume off to go to the party.
Well, she's been walking around barefoot this whole time?
Yeah. And was like, was hammered. And I had to help her take her costume off because parts of it had bobby pins because it was a week before. So this was just pinned to things. And the wig was a disaster because she didn't want to take off the ponytail clips at all. And I was like, "I'm not brushing this wig out for you later. Like, this is a disaster. Like, you should have taken them off." And I physically had to peel off the medical tape from her feet, her black feet. It was so gross. And I was just like, "Please wear shoes next time. I don't want to do this." And then finally, after she's out of it, she's like, "Okay, I'm going to go like take a shower and then I'm going to go to bed. But if I'm not out in 30 minutes, can you come and get me?" I'm like, "What? You came into the room right as me and Leonard were falling asleep. Like, and so like our other person's already asleep. Like, I can try, but I'm literally falling asleep right now trying to help you get this costume off. I don't know if I'm going to be awake." And they're like, okay, well, I'm going to go take a shower." So I'm sitting in bed, and I'm like, "Okay, it's been 15 minutes. I think she'll be okay. I know she'll be okay. I go to sleep. The next morning I wake up and I see she's in bed. She's all right. But then later on she tells me, like, when she actually gets up, because I'm getting ready to, like, move over to, like, a bigger room, because we were switching from, like, a regular sized room to a suite.
Ooh.
And it was, like, the only room they had available left, so I had to switch from, like, regular to suite. The suite was nice, though.
I bet.
So we switched over to that, and I'm, like, waking up, packing up my stuff to move to the other room while also, like, putting on my next costume for the day. And she gets up, and she starts telling me what happened last night, and she's like, yeah, so, I fell asleep in the bathtub. And I was like, okay, that's not that great, but I mean, you're all right, right? And she's like, well, I turned the shower on. And the thing is that the little cork in the drain was in it. So I woke up to almost falling into a full tub of water. And I'm like, oh my God. I am so sorry that I didn't stay up and get you. And I felt really shitty, but, like, she still woke up from the water.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, how long was she in there for the shower to fill up the bathtub, like, at least halfway? And I did not know, like, what to say other than I'm sorry and, like, feeling bad, but also just, like, utterly, like, confused as to why she would go out partying the whole night, like, the first night of the con. But we moved over to the next room, and then she just had, like, the worst hangover ever. So she didn't get in her cosplay or do anything pretty much the entire Saturday. She just laid in bed drinking water and eating bread.
Worth it.
So, yeah, that was... And I was really, like, upset because, like, she only got to experience that Friday, and then she just got, like, hammered.
That sucks.
Yeah.
That was her first con?
Not
or first
like,
Youmacon?
I believe it was her first Youmacon, yeah. So, I was just, like, really upset.
Youmacon's so fun, too.
Mm-hmm. If I think about it, I think it was her first, but I could be wrong.
Well, kids, remember, be careful with alcohol out there. I really shouldn't be telling you guys that because I don't know anything about it, but be careful, I guess. Can ruin
Chase
cons.
your stuff with water and eat potatoes and bread. That's really what it is.
I guess, yeah, do that. Thank you guys so much for listening, and thank you again for doing another convention story time. Don't forget, guys, you can check her channel out, link in the description, and if for some reason I forgot, please do not forget Cody. Then it's just Royal Lily. Like, it's not that hard to find. Just search Royal Lily and go check out her channel and subscribe. Thanks, guys. See you in the next video.